Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm Steven.
One of the biggest issues is dealing with cravings. And so I had multiple ways of dealing with it. And sometimes I could just use one method. Sometimes I had to use all the methods. So the first method I used was prayer. I would literally be praying for strength to avoid sugar. And that helped. That definitely helped. You know, when you're literally on your knees praying, you are away from the cupcake. Another thing you can always do is to take a walk, drink some water, maybe go talk to somebody. Hello. Basically distract yourself. One of the most interesting methods that I employed was what some people call mindfulness, okay? But what I also call just being with yourself during the craving. I envisioned the craving like a wave. It would be kind of like I was a surfer on this wave of craving. There's a really high point where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna run to the grocery store and grab a cookie. But then you'll notice that the wave comes down. And but this usually lasted less than 5 minutes. So if you can get through 5 minutes, you will probably be okay.
Yeah, basically, if you want to eat some ice cream, tell yourself, I'll come back in 5 or 10 minutes to eat the ice cream. And then let's see if you actually will. Because maybe you won't. Because maybe you'll move on to something else.
That's right.
When do you have cravings?
Some other people, for example, might have specific times during the day where they're craving sweets. If you are aware of when that can occur, you can do things to help yourself through the cravings.
Building willpower.
Going to need a lot of willpower to quit sugar. This is something that you're going to have to build up over time. At the very beginning, you're not going to have a lot of willpower. You're going to have cravings. You're going to want to eat sugar the minute you see it. But over time, as you build more strength and have more practice in saying no to sugar, you will be able to avoid cravings and falling for your cravings.
What's a replacement for the sugar cravings you have? Can you do it more moderation as opposed to, eating, 2 scoops of ice cream? Can you go down to a half a scoop of ice cream? Dealing with setbacks.
So just understand that you will definitely have setbacks. Even after I knew that sugar was the issue, I still had multiple setbacks.
And in dealing with setbacks, it's important to acknowledge the setback. Be aware that, okay, I've been pretty good about not eating sugar, but I ate some sugar today. And that's okay. Part of the journey to cutting out sugar is to, you're going to have your ups and downs, but just sort of acknowledge and be aware of those ups and downs and be okay with it. And just be like, okay, well, I had some sugar and maybe I had a bad reaction to it, but I'm going to try to be better tomorrow. And I'm going to use the lessons I've learned and move forward and not dwell on the fact that you had a setback.
Mm-hmm. And celebrate your successes.
Yes, exactly.
And just say, okay, well, you know what? Today, instead of eating 2 scoops of ice cream, I just had half a scoop. And that is progress. And to be happy with that.
If you want more videos about cancer survivorship and healthy living, please subscribe below.
Thank you for watching today.
Together we heal.